Hey, how you feeling? John Riggs here with yet another Dreamcast HDMI cable in a very generic box. There's like no name brands or anything on here, really. That's funny, this reminds me of the generic brand back in like the late 70s, early 80s. I was just like, white label, black letters, you know, white can, black letters, beer, you know, something like that. But this, hey, if it works, that's good news for me. Let's check it out. And before I move further into this was sent to me for the purpose of this video. For a review, but I don't really do reviews, if you haven't noticed. I'm just like, here's what the product is, here's what it looks like, here's how it works for me, and maybe it'll work for you. So something to keep in mind. Now, it promises plug and play, HDMI ready, compatible with all modern televisions, no power supply needed. And unlike other new HDMI adapters, this one does include a port. It's more of a port. Like this one goes into your Dreamcast, and then it plugs in here, and then this right here is where the magic happens. Now, first impressions are everything, and the very first thing I noticed, as you probably did too, is that the screen is stretched. Now, this isn't a huge imposition for me, but I would like it in the native resolution. Now, it did say that it does do the native resolution, however, my TV, by default, is stretching the screen, and I have no way of fixing that, unfortunately. So if I'm going to play Dreamcast using this cable on this TV, I must play it stretched. But I just wanted to see what it looked like, and now I'm going to hook it up to my HDMI Gato capturing software. And as you can see, through the Elgato, it put it back to native resolution. Now, the pound HDMI cable that I've used in the past does not work with my Elgato at all. This one does, and that is a huge thing for me, because before, I'd have to capture software, I'd have to capture footage for Dreamcast using composite or component. And now I can use it using this cable, which is great news for me. And that's a good-looking title screen. That's a good-looking startup screen. Huge fan of that. Want to check out another game while I have everything plugged in here. Now, this game is called Cotton, and I love it. So, just wanted to see what it looked like. The thing is, with my Dreamcast, I no longer have the component cables that I used to have, which is unfortunate, but I didn't really need them because I had the HDMI from Pound, and now I have the HDMI from this company. Until I started thinking about it, I wondered, wait a minute, I do have another game that I can compare footage. Yeah, why not? Now, I have Shenmue 1 and 2 for the PlayStation 4, and I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison here, so you can see what the PlayStation 4 Shenmue looks like compared to the Dreamcast Shenmue through this new HDMI cable. And as you can see, it's pretty crisp. It's pretty clean, and I've always preferred the kind of docile tones of the Dreamcast version over the PlayStation 4 one anyway. PlayStation 4 one's fine, but to play it this way, this quality, as intended, pretty cool. So now these sell for $27.99 on Amazon. I have a link in the description below. I think it's totally worth it. Now, I do like that pound HDMI cable for what it is. However, I can't use it through my Elgato for game capturing. I can with this one, and it works great. So for that reason, I prefer this one over the other one. However, the choice is yours, as always. Just wanted to show this off as another option for your Dreamcast. And this is Dreamcast. I'm hoping that they'll do one for PlayStation, hoping they'll do one for Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis. I'll take anything I can get. If it works like this, are you kidding me? Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. If I could do that, man, this is all right. But a step in the right direction. Huge Dreamcast fan. And if you want yours, in the description below. Thanks for watching.